नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरानन्दस्य स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति सुपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपां सहग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथनितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिसे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी विषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नीलाचलनिवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्र सुभद्राभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So first of all, I'd like to express my heartfelt gratitude to Acharya Prabhu and all of you for giving this opportunity to serve in the form of Hare Katha. And whatever I will speak for my own purification, and I can implement in my life those things. And also I would like to welcome all of you for assembling this morning in Gundicha Mandir. It's a Vrindavan really. It's raining, so beautiful, wonderful program. And also I would like to thank all of you, because staying in Vrindavan is very austere, I know. Earlier we used to stay, so those are staying in Pandal, but it's a different kind of experience. All of you are liking it, staying here? Enjoying. How many of you come every year and serve here? How many of you come every year? and serve Jagannath ji. Oh, so nice, nice. So many of you. So may Jagannath ji shower Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani Sudarshan Chakra shower the choicest mercy and blessings on all of you, so that you keep on serving very nicely. And today's verse is with Ussa Nischayan Dharya. Huh? I was wondering why Acharya Prabhu kept NOI. So it's very relevant. It's very important. Then I recall His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj came in 2002, his last visit to Mayapur before leaving this planet. So he called all of us and he said that I'm not going to go down and give Bhagavatam class. We thought that, we wondered why. Then he said that my Chinese disciples are there, and for them I will do NOI. So in his room, you were there, Acharya Prabhu? 2000? No, not. Achha. Radharam was there. So in his room, all of us used to come, and he selected NOI. And NOI, every day one text he was doing. And there used to be a Chinese translation. And we used to laugh, we used to roll down, going back, And it was like very funny, and it was, but very beautiful classes he gave. Those lectures are there recorded. So anyway, just remembering those things. So we are going to recite from Nectar of Instruction by Rupa Goswami Pad, text 3. What we do, I chant and all of us we chant. So that will be nice. You can save some time. Ussa Nishchaya Dhairya Tat Tat Karma Pravartana Sangatyagat Sato Vritte Sadbir Bhakti Prasidhyati Ussa Nishchaya Dhairya Tat Tat Karma Pravartana Sangatyagat Sato Vritte Sadbir Bhakti Prasidhyati Ussa Nishchaya Dhairya Tat Tat Karma Pravartana Sangatyagat Sato Vritte Sadbir Bhakti Prasidhyati Utsaha Nishchaya Dhairya Tat Tat Karma Pravartana Sangatyagat Sato Vritte Sadbir Bhakti Prasidhyati Ussa Nishchaya Dhairya Tat Tat Karma Pravartana Sangatyagat Sato Vritte Sadbir Bhakti Prasidhyati. Utsa by enthusiasm, Nishchayat by confidence, Dhairyat by patience, Tat Tat Karma various activities favorable for devotional service, Pravartanat by performing, Sangatyagat by giving up the association of non-devotees, Sata of the great previous acharyas, Vritte by following in the footsteps, Sadbe by the six, Bhakti devotional service, Prasidhyati advances or becomes successful. We just read the translation because purport is very long and then we discuss. All of us we read together. There are 6 principles favorable to the execution of pure devotional service: being enthusiastic, endearing with confidence, being patient, acting according to the regulative principle such as Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, hearing, chanting and remembering Krishna, abandoning the association of non-devotees and following in the footsteps of the previous acharyas. This 6th principle undoubtedly assure the complete success of pure devotional service. So this is a very wonderful text, very nice, and all of us when we came into Krishna consciousness we memorized this. How many of you know this sloka? You memorized it? Okay. All of us we should memorize this slokas. It's very, very nice. And then we can contemplate on that. But actually I will like to, I have to shortcut this. When we were teaching Bhakti Shastra, I prepared these classes and they're very long classes. Very, very long. So very, I have to say in 2 hours class, 2.5 hours class in half an hour. So just a synopsis of that. So, what was earlier sloka? Atyahara prayasya prajalpanyamagra janasangasya lolam cha sadvid. It was vinashyati yesterday. Atyahara, if we do our prayasya prajalpanyamagra, all these things will make our bhakti down. Then Rupa Goswami gave us a very nice upliftment. So today's sloka is what? Sadbir Bhakti Prasiddhyate. We progress in our Krishna consciousness. And how we will do that? Our acharyas has given us everything. When we read these books, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Nectar of Devotion, Nectar of Instruction, Ishopanishad, many books are there. When we read those, we know the substance of our life. The devotional substance is there. So, very important here when we see, the very first line of the Prabhupada says that, Prabhupada says that devotional service is not a matter of sentimental speculation or imaginative ecstasy. Its substance is practical activity. So very, very important. So sometimes with the sentiment, people come and they cry for the Lord, tears are gliding down the cheeks, and then very new people they come and they may have sentiment, or sometimes people are there, Jagannath, they are crying for Jagannath and everything, but they go home and they eat non-vegetarian food. They do that. They may have sentiment, and sometimes many years they are there, and when they see the deities, their tears glide down. But therefore it will come. Tat karma pravartanat. We'll discuss that. So first of all, we'll discuss one by one this. So it's very important that we have to do some activity for Krishna. Therefore, Prabhupada says that devotional service, he has translated bhakti into devotional service. We do something for Krishna. That is very important. There was some festival in Bagbazar Gaudiya Math. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was busy. Vice Chancellor of Banaras Hindu University came, and his name early when he met Madan Mohan Malviya. Madan Mohan Malviya came. He wanted to ask some questions to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ji, and he said, I want to ask you. Then Prabhupada ji said, I'm very busy. Why don't you go and ask my devotees? They are serving in the kitchen, deity kitchen. And they were like You know. So they were all serving in the kitchen. They're washing the pots, everything. And so he went there and he asked one of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada disciple, I have a question, your Guru Maharaj has sent, can you answer these questions? Then they were very busy. He said that you also come and join us. We'll finish soon, and when then we can discuss. And they were like washing the pots, and they were cleaning things. And he also got into it. They never knew that he is Madan Mohan Malviya, Vice Chancellor of Banaras Hindu University. And the whole cleaning happened, and by the time it was late afternoon, 4 o'clock something. And then that devotee asked, oh, thank you very much, you have been serving. And they honored him some prasad and said, what were the question I want to answer, you want to discuss? No, my question are answered. Thank you very much. And they went away. So when he was going, coincidentally happened to meet Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He was going, and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, oh, you are here, still here? Acha, they answered your question? Well, my questions are answered. So when we serve the Lord, when we do some practical activity, then our whatever questions are there, they are answered. Sometimes we go into a lot of imagination, or sometimes into too much technical question. We break the words, and how the things will happen, and very technical things we ask, and whole mind goes into that. So when mind goes into that technicality, better come and serve. Do some menial service, you see. We'll come out of it. We'll feel happy, we'll feel blissful. So practical devotional service. And this practical devotional service related to Krishna is centered. We center Krishna, and we will do with commitment. That is important. We are keep on serving, we are serving. Okay. Serving with commitment. This commitment has to be there. When two persons love each other, they keep on saying, I love you, me too, I love you, me too, I love you. And then we don't do anything for each other. Nothing, Hare Krishna, they will go away. Na? So what is the use of saying only? We have to do something. Gopis, they express their commitment for Krishna, the service. The commitment was there when Krishna was playing on his flute in Vrindavan. They left everything and went. But at the same time, when Krishna was having headache, they were ready to give the dust of their feet so that Krishna's headache can get cured. They were not bothered about going to the hell or whatever. Narad Muni said, you'll go to the hell. He said, we don't bother. We may go to the hell, we don't. So Prabhupada is stressing on this point, substance is practical activity. So this practical activity, when we serve with commitment. So commitment means what? When we are committed to someone, we have the love for that person. That's the reason we serve that person. Otherwise, how we will do that? So we can see, there is a real love, there is a pseudo love. So in real love, there is willingness to sacrifice. There should be a sacrifice. And Prabhupada exemplified that. This by practical activity. He was very comfortable in Vrindavan, enjoying his life, means writing books, so nice. Radha Damodar Mandir, that is like Loi Bazaar, now became a bazaar. Earlier it was a Rasasthali of Krishna. Therefore all the acharyas went there and stayed. But he went at the age of 69. By his mercy we can see this whole Rath Yatra is taking a grand, Prabhupada throughout the world made this Rath Yatra famous. So he, 14 times he circled the world in 11 years. So he's showing by his own example that practical activity. He wanted to give Krishna, he wanted to fulfill the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And to fulfill that mission, he went across the globe. At the old age, it's not so easy. When we'll turn 69, we'll understand that pain. Now only we are Hare Krishna. At the age of 50, to Hare Krishna. So, this is very important. And Prabhupada writes in the purport very important point that bhakti is a sort of cultivation. Cultivation is there. We cultivate, So, material activity, negative axis. Spiritual activity, positive axis. And bhakti means negative to positive axis. That is very important. And therefore, Prabhupada gives the example of Prahlad Maharaj. And he says, how we will cultivate? Sarvanam Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Pada Sevanam, Archanam Bandhanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atma Nivedanam. So this is the way of cultivating bhakti. This, therefore, and cultivation, how we will do that? By Ussa, Nishay, Dhairya, Tat Karma Pravartana. So that is the way. We have to be always enthusiastic. We'll take one and we'll discuss it. And we have only 20 minutes to go. So just Prabhupada says, what does it mean by enthusiasm? Utsa. Enthusiasm, Prabhupada is saying, endeavor with intelligence in Krishna consciousness. He's saying in the purport, endeavor with intelligence in Krishna consciousness. It's not that foolishly we keep on endeavoring. So, when we, people work so hard, materialistic people, but they are applying their intelligence, okay, but that is not for Krishna. But when we apply, endeavoring for intelligence for Krishna, that is Sumedasa. That is called a spiritual intelligence. That is very important. And when we do that, that helps us. So this is, this enthusiasm will be measured through sustained, steady commitment that leads to faith. We have to develop that faith. Krishna is Sarveshwara. We have to serve Krishna. There is no other. Karma Kanda, Jnana, Yoga. No. Bhakti is the process. We have to serve. Like this is the way we have to serve. And at the same time, when we talk about, Prabhupada has used the word, I think, Yukta Hara, Yukta Vairagya, Prabhupada is talking about. Using everything for Krishna. We have to use everything, whatever is there. And Prabhupada used a dictaphone, microphone. And devotees, they are using all the modern technologies, amenities for serving Krishna. But at the same time, we have to be very careful. We should not get dragged into it. In the name of service, we have an Android phone. So Maya is just 10 seconds away from us. If we have an internet, we can fall succumb to Maya anytime. So whatever is necessary, we just do that. And then, that's it. We take off. Therefore, enthusiasm, somebody asked Prabhupada, how I will be enthusiastic, Prabhupada? Prabhupada said, being enthusiastic. By being enthusiastic, we have to be enthusiastic. We have to be eager. And eager to hear about Krishna. Eager to remember Krishna. Eager to chant His holy names. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that is the enthusiasm of devotees. We have to always enthusiastic to serve Krishna. And therefore, and how we will increase our or maintain our enthusiasm? By associating with enthusiastic devotees. But that enthusiasm should not be carried away by sentimental something. It should be very sustained commitment and steady services. That is enthusiasm. Oh, we came in bhakti 1 year, 2 year, 4 year, 5 year, blue. Went away. The enthusiasm is tested how long we are there in Krishna consciousness. Because there will be many ups and downs. In material life, so many ups and downs are there. We tolerate everything, yes? All of us students and all of us studying. Somebody first year, second year, third year, or whatever subjects and whatever field. We are very, work so hard to get into colleges and we want to get a degree. Similarly, in bhakti also, we need to be enthusiastic, and that is added with nishchaya. Endeavor, purpose, endeavor with confidence. And here, nishchaya, by confidence, Prabhupada is writing what word meaning. Nishchaya means confidence. Having that confidence. Prabhupada says that avasya rakhi Krishna. What is that confidence? What should be our confidence? Krishna will always protect us. That is the confidence of a devotee. That Krishna will protect. In no matter whatever situation we are in, Krishna will protect. Because we get hovered by our mind. We do some seva, then think what will happen. Mind nature is like that. But we take shelter of Krishna. We take shelter of devotees. Our Guru Varga who has taken shelter of Krishna, we can see how with their steady determination they are serving. And that gives us confidence. But there should be confidence in bhakti only. Confidence means there should be no other path. No karma yoga, no jnana yoga, no dhyana yoga. Confidence in bhakti. I will do bhakti, Krishna will protect me. At the end, I will go back to God. We don't have to do any intellectual exercises for that. No. When we do bhakti, the results come. Naturally, we can see. All of us, we are sitting here in dhoti, kurta, tilak, kanthi with a bead bag. And if you remember some years back what we were doing, so we can imagine. This is the result of bhakti only, yes? External appearance. But internal, unless we don't have the substance, how we could continue? Not possible. No. So Prabhupada says no other path, only bhakti. But devotee's faith that only bhakti will help and no other path. That is the faith one should have. Shraddha Vishwas koile Srudrida Nishchay. Krishna Bhakti koile Sarva Karma Kritaha. Sarva Karma Kritaha. Shraddha Vishwas koile Srudrida Nishchay. I will do Krishna Bhakti. Sarva Karma Krita. We are performing all our karma. We are performing all our duty. Yasasti bhakti bhagavati akinchanaye sarvai gunas tatra samasate sura harava bhaktasya kuto mahadguna manorathena sati dhavato bahi. If somebody does bhakti, all the qualities naturally develop in that devotee. Manorathena sati dhavato bahi. All the activities come. So this is very important, and Nishchaya, after that, we go to Dhairya. I am skipping. There are many things to say. If I keep saying Just Dharya, Prabhupada Dharya, what is saying Dharya? Dharya means patience. Dharya rakhna chahiye. We should have patience. है ना? तो patience means क्या? Dharya. We sit down, patience. Hare Krishna. I will, prasad है ना, is there in the line, we go and sit. Na, Krishna will send me prasadam, I am sitting. Definitely he will send. You also stand in the queue and have to take prasadam, yes? Prabhupada says 3 points, you know, that Dharya means, patience means taking instruction from Guru, execute devotional service. Prabhupada give an example of wife wants a child from a husband. So she needs to have a patience. And depending upon Krishna for the results. Unless Prabhupada gave the purport, we would have not get the substance. So, there is a beautiful example. Prabhupada gives doctor and patient. Doctor gives the medicine to a patient, and patient have to take that medicine and get cured. He cannot immediately say to the doctor after 2 days, I am not cured, what happened? Please cure me. You take the medicine, have patience, and gradually you will get cured. One person, he got a disease. He used to not sweat. So he went to the doctor and asked, doctor, I have a peculiar disease, I don't sweat. Then doctor said, don't worry, see my bill, you will sweat. So, doctor give the medicine, patient need to be patience. And it's a dharya. Then it will work. Similarly, it is said when you go to a guru, guru gives the instruction to the disciple. And disciple, he give the instruction what? Chant, remember Krishna. Then what we do? We associate with devotees seriously. We apply that in our life. And then finally back to Godhead, like that. So, when we go to Guru and say, spiritual master, when I am going to go back to Godhead, can you tell? It's depend upon the process, how sincerely you followed the process. And that Krishna, Prabhupada writes in a purport, that it's dependent on the free will of a devotee. He does not interfere in that. Process is there to go back to Godhead. We have to sincerely follow that process. So patience means we have, Prabhupada says that, mother says to deliver, it takes 9 months to get a child. So that means we need to have the faith in the process of Krishna consciousness. That is very, very important. Asraddha, Purvak Bhakti, if we do unfaithfully, 9.30, I don't, Asraddha Munayo, one sloka is there. When we do bhakti with Asraddha Purvak, we will never go to Krishna. We are since so many years in Krishna consciousness, but we keep on, speculating or thinking and all that. No, we study and we keep on going. So therefore, our hearts should be filled with joy. When we practice devotional service, we should be happy and we should have that satisfaction. Santosh. That santosh is very important for us. That will help us. And then comes tat karma pravartanat. Tat karma pravartanat means practice of rules and regulation of bhakti. Prabhupada writes here in the various activity favorable for devotional service, pravartana, by performing. So basically, rules and regulation of bhakti we have to practice. Prabhupada writes in the purport, chant 16 rounds, follow 4 regulative principles very sincerely. And when we neglect that, it will destroy devotional service. Very strongly Prabhupada writes that. If somebody, Prabhupada says, if somebody says, I am advanced, I will not chant 16 rounds, I am not follow 4 regulative principles, then he is in a danger zone. We may be very advanced in Krishna consciousness, but we have to follow 4 regulative principles. We have to chant our 16 rounds. We have to get up early in the morning, attend Mangala Arati. We have to chant 16 rounds, then we do Guru Puja, sit and hear Bhagavatam. This is the backbone of devotional life. His Holiness Samal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, I hear his lectures. If you hear maximum lectures, he will stress in the morning about the morning program. Many people say, I am a religious person. I am very religious. What do you do? I am a religious. I go to mandir, I take darshan, come out, sacrifice goat and eat. I am a religious person. Prabhupada, I was hearing one lecture today morning, Prabhupada saying, very famous, our freedom fighter, I am not going to mention the name here, it's a broadcaster. Prabhupada says that, people are in the name of religion cutting the throat. And when it was asked that, why you don't stop? People are eating cows, killing cows. Well, that is a religion. Prabhupada says, religion means to love and serve God. That is the religion. And therefore, religion does not mean I follow something and do whatever I like. There are some rules and regulations. And you have to follow that rules and regulations. And when we neglect it, that slowly destroys devotional service. So one has to be very careful. And then comes Sanga Tyagat. Sanga Tyagat means, Prabhupada says here, by giving up the association of non-devotees. So that, what does it mean? Giving up the association of non-devotees means we don't hate non-devotees, we don't get affected by their association, we give our association to them. That is the preaching. Preaching means making friends. Preaching means sometimes we become very fanatic about preaching, If you don't take to Krishna consciousness, you will go to hell, you will become dog in next life. Oh, Hare Krishna, dog, I will never come to this person. We have to be very loving. All of us, when we are young, we become so enthusiastic that when we read Prabhupada books, then we think that we are the best preacher, and dog and cat and everything we say. Prabhupada was an elderly man, he can do that. We can't do that. We can't do that. No. Prabhupada was preaching, there was an assembly of some religious gathering and he went there and he was, so Prabhupada, what happened? They were all Mayavadis, they were speaking and Prabhupada was becoming impatient. And finally he said to his servant that go and ask the organizers, I want to speak because I have to go. And Prabhupada was elderly, so he considered. Prabhupada went on the stage and Prabhupada was like smashing down them. Each one of them, left and right and and then Prabhupada said, Hare Krishna came down. And Prabhupada was going in the car, then one of his disciples said, Prabhupada, you were like smashing, and you were like, everyone, you were cutting their philosophy and you were smashing. So Prabhupada stopped his hand and said, I can do that, but you cannot do that. You cannot do. I can do. So Prabhupada was having that gravity. So Sangat Tyagat means we don't take their association. We don't get affected. Sometimes in the name of the preaching or cultivating, sometimes we cultivate big people. And then, sometimes they want us to go by their way. and we have compromised some principles. We will not never do that. We should not do that. Compromising is the Krishna consciousness principle, and then go for, cultivation. Cultivation means gradual, smooth. We have very nice ways. We can say sweet ways to say no, and then it says that Sadbir Bhakti Sangat Tyagat Sato Vritti. Then Sato Vritti means that devotee's inclination towards the higher values of life, towards love, selflessness, honesty, integrity. We see our all spiritual masters in Krishna consciousness movement, the stalwart devotees. Controlling the senses, controlling the mind is not so easy. Year after year serving. We are now finding out somebody in Vrindavan, some Babaji, and that Babaji is like fascinating the whole world. And ISKCON devotees are putting in their DPs and status also that Babaji. We have a shortage. Do we have the shortage of sannyasis, Prabhupada? And so many Vrindavan people are giving the clippings. Give the clippings of our spiritual masters. Post their pictures. Post Prabhupada's pictures. How much value, how much substance they are having. This society is based on that sacrifice. We just understand that. It's not that just society, grew up like that. Earlier, when ISKCON started, devotees never had to eat any food. Prabhupada asked them to work outside. They used to do the job and they used to give Lakshmi to the Prabhupada. That was the situation. Ussa, Nishya and Dhairya. Prabhupada never gave up. So much sacrifice devotees did. So Satguru, Satavritti, knows the way, shows the way and goes the way. That is Satguru. Knows the way, shows the way and goes the way. That is, we have to understand. Sata Vritti, we have to follow the example of Vritti, means how much they are dependent upon Krishna. So therefore, when we, there are many other things to say, but it's 9:30, and I'm going to end here now, and ask if any one question we can take, if anyone has. Huh? We can take few questions. We can take few questions if somebody has. I'll have to end here. I made very shortcut. So if anyone has any questions, we're open to questions now. Or any comments? Anyone? Acharya Prabhu, Mahadam Vrindavan Prabhu, Puridas, any comments?
Inspiring class.
Nimayanand Prabhu, Raj Gopinath, any comments? So, yes. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Yes, Puji, question. Acharya Prabhu? Here. This.
Hare Hare, Mike, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So, raise hand, those who, Hare Krishna.
Dandot Pranam.
So I wanted to ask that in this verse, there is Sangha Jaga given. In the previous verse, Jana Sangha is given. So, Jana Sangha is said about, mentioned about. So, I wanted to understand what is the difference between Jana Sangha and Sangha Jaga? Or are they the same thing? And if they are same, why is it mentioned twice?
To stress on this point, they are same thing. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in his Anubhasya says the same thing. To stress this point, be careful of non-devotees association. Be careful of your mobile. He has not written that. I am adding. Be careful of your Android lady mobile. I'm sorry to say that. Be careful. Very, very careful. Kurassa dhara is the razor's edge. है ना? When you say if you are inattentive, you can cut any moment. Because you're having a razor in your hand. Yes? So if you are associating, if you don't draw a line, you may slip. है ना? Sometimes, many people come with their problem. And sometimes they keep on saying their problems. And we keep on listening those problems. And then so they come out of the problem and we go into the problem. So we have to be very careful how much we can listen, digest it. And sometimes, especially, for brahmacharis, like, don't counsel Matajis. For Matajis, best counselor Matajis. Prabhujis, best counselor Prabhujis. And then, when we listen to the problems and they are very emotional and then, we get dragged up. So, very, very balanced way we have to go. At the same time, we understand, okay, this is the line, we draw, then carefully go. You got my point? Did I answer your question? Okay. Anyone else? Yes, please. Acha. Yes, please. Say, speak loudly.
In the end, you mentioned the Sangha Tyaga, and you gave example like we are going for preaching or cultivation. So we stick to our principles. We do not we give our association and do not take their association. So in that matter, one thing I wanted to ask that when we go for preaching to boys, it is easy. We can say them, and it is not very difficult to. But for cultivation, we go to some people and they insist that you please take something and it is not offered and you cannot take. So even if it is fruit or something like that.
Fruits are there, you can take, you offer to the Lord. When they offer fruits, Prabhupada says that fruits we can take. When we go somewhere, they offer naturally, they do that. They force. So, and take fruits offered in the mind, at least this is not cooked, so you offer to the Lord. You say that you offer to the Lord, put tulsi patta in that, and then you can give us. So that is very nice, because they get offended. Yeah, when we go and we cultivate, they sometimes offer something, and beforehand only we say, when we go to some house, आप क्या लेंगे पहले पूछ लेते, या हम बता देते. जो थर्ड माने मीडिएटर होता है, विल गो, वी विल हैव फ्रूट्स एंड वी विल हैव मिल्क, नॉट मोर देन दैट. सो समटाइम्स बिकॉज इन द इवनिंग पीपल डोंट टेक फ्रूट्स दिस मच, एंड समटाइम्स जो देना दे दीजिए. मंदिर में भगवान जी को चढ़ेंगे, बहुत खुश हो जाते हैं. सो दे गिव सो मच. अलग दे यूज्ड टू कट, दे विल गिव एंड कट द फ्रूट्स एंड गिव, एंड दे आर वेरी हैप्पी. सो वी मैनेज लाइक दैट. It's not a problem, it's very easy. They understand, they know, okay, this person is there, and they don't get so much hurt. But when we say something, and there are many examples, Prabhupada went for some house and whispering started, and somebody was in that food, Prabhupada kept quiet and ate, and then he went out and chastised that you tell the organizers beforehand what we do, what we take. And then, because we don't say anyone, they think, okay, whatever we'll cook, they will eat. No. So beforehand only we give guidelines. At times. Okay? Hare Krishna. I have one question. Mahan.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for the very wonderful class. Just want to clarify that its substance is practical activity. Devotional service is not a matter of speculation, imaginative etc. So just a clarification, like chanting, hearing, these things comes under practical activity.
Obviously. Bola passive devotion only is hearing, but everything is chanting, मुँह से बोलो, chanting, है ना, remembering, सर्वणम, कीर्तनम, विष्णु स्मरणम, पाद सेवनम, अर्चनम, vandanam, dasyam, sakyam, all are practical activities only. They are all practical activities. Okay?
My question is that how faith and patience, Nishchat and Dharyat, is interconnected, and how it is going to affect my bhakti, means how it can enhance my bhakti.
See, faith has to be there throughout the process. Ato Shraddha, Tata Sadhu Sangha, Ato Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Prema. So this faith has to be there in other places also. With the faith, Atha Shraddha, Tata Sadhu Sangha, Tata Bhajana Kriya, everywhere this faith has to be there. Without faith, you can't, other things you can't develop. So in the middle, there should be faith. At the end, there should be faith. And this faith, we have to nurture. Shraddha Vishwas koile sru dirda nishchay. Krishna Bhakti koile sarva karma krita. So this has to continue. We have to keep on doing our sadhana. We have to read books, Prabhupada books. Prabhupada has given us so many books. We have to hear from our spiritual master. We have to do bhakti in the association of devotees. Senior, advanced devotees. When we get a chance, any sannyasi, sadhu comes, visit them, because their faith is so strong that will nurture our faith. It's not a word which will transform our heart. It is the heart which will transform our heart. And the devotees who are very advanced, they speak, their wisdom speaks out, their heart speaks out, and that transforms our heart. And sometimes very advanced devotees, by the just presence we are purified. I was in Mayapur, and there was His Grace Jananivaspo was there. He came for a chanting, I remember. And we were just struggling in chanting. He came and sat down. And I know where he sits. Now he don't, he's very old now. So he came and sat down, and chanting started happening like a butter. Oh my God, whole consciousness got uplifted. And it's like easy. But the chanting we did no struggle only. Practical experience, I mean. So we have to understand very important point. We keep associating with advanced devotees. Especially those who are brahmacharis. Doing a morning program with brahmacharis. Attending camps with brahmacharis. Having a sadhu sangha with brahmacharis. That will help us sustain our Krishna consciousness and brahmacharya. Very, very important. We go out for preaching. We have preaching programs. Make sure that we are there in the temple 2-3 days. Nice association of devotees. It will help us. Okay. So we are very interconnected. Okay, so like to end here then? Thank you very much. One online question, okay, take one. What is that? How?
How can I practically associate with
Lord? Without getting influenced.
I already answered this. Jai Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra Maharani, Sudarshan Chakra ki Jai, Tulsi Maharani. Jai. As I told, see, we are staying with devotees. We go out. Practical means sometimes, especially they keep saying, but when we tell them the stories of Krishna, how Krishna performed his pastime in Vrindavan, and what all he did, what Prabhupada did. So we take out that opportunity, we listen from them 5 minutes and we say 15 minutes to them. It's very important. We just go sit down and go and start speaking. We will not get it. No. Listen them first, take them into confidence. When you listen, you have deposited in them. So when you will speak, then they will hear. So they spoke, then now we'll get the chance to speak. And when we speak, they will hear. And we speak Krishna Katha and come. So that is the practical way. Practical way of mixing and don't getting there. Take them to Dham. We can organize a trip. We take them to Dham. We call them to temple. We call them to Gundicha. So many, why we are having so much program. Hana, Gundicha, everyone is coming and having darshan of Jagannath Ji. Yes? This is such a nice practical way. I hope I answered your question. Online, the person is satisfied. Time up? Huh? Time up. One Mataji asking question. Can I take one Mataji? Last question, Mataji. Huh?
मैं मेरी एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करने के लिए बोल रही हूँ. Can I speak in Bengali?
You can. In 2 minutes. You have to end in 2 minutes, huh? Because
आज জগন্নাথের কাছে আপনি মানে মনে হচ্ছে জগন্নাথই আপনার মুখ দিয়ে বলাচ্ছে. আমার একমাত্র মেয়ে লাস্ট 1 উইক ধরে ও একটা মানে একটা আননোন ফিভারে ভুগছে, প্রচন্ড পরিমাণে প্রচুর টেস্ট হচ্ছে, কিছুই বোঝা যাচ্ছে না. তো আমাদের সবাই বলছে যে মানে কেন যাচ্ছি, সেই বলছে কিছুই তো লাভ হচ্ছে না, মানে এই টাইপের কথা. কিন্তু কথা হলো আমি জগন্নাথের উপরে সম্পূর্ণ আস্থাশীল. আপনি বললেন পেশেন্স রাখতে, তো সেটার জন্যই আমি বললাম কি যে প্র্যাকটিক্যাল মানে যে এক্সপিরিয়েন্সটা সেটাই আমি শেয়ার করছি. যে জানি না কি হয়েছে, কিন্তু আমি জানি যে জগন্নাথ আমাকে ভালো করে দেবেন বা সুস্থ করে দেবেন. তো আজকে আপনি বললেন, তো সেটা আমার মনে হচ্ছে যে আপনি বলছেন কি জগন্নাথ আপনার মুখ দিয়ে বলেন আর কি যে আমাকে পেশেন্সটা রাখতে.
Achha, thank you. Yeah, all of you understood? So he's saying that her daughter is very sick. Last 1 week she is suffering from flu, some fever. She was not getting cured, and everyone is saying her in her house, why you are going? What is bhakti? Doing bhakti, nothing is happening in your life, and you are not getting anything, and nothing like that. But when she came and heard today, well, maybe Krishna maybe wanted to speak through you, and you said that we need to be patient. So I'm having a patience. Like now, I'm confident Krishna will make her cure, definitely cure. Jagannath Ji. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Upadeshamrit ki jai. Srila Rupa Goswami Pad ki jai. Samavaita Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhu bhevasya patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavyo namo namo.
His grace, Vallabh Chetan Prabhu ki.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.